Robert. Today we'll be interviewing Ms. Price.
We're going to ask her just about some typical questions you would find out from teachers, find a little bit more about her, what she teaches, and how she teaches it. So first off, welcome to our newscast here.
Thank you for having me. This is fun.
So how long have you been teaching overall?
Total 13 years. I've been here at Musselman High. This is my 10th year. I spent my first 3 years at Hedgesville High. Donate.
What brought you to Musselman specifically?
Honestly, the county was going through some teacher cuts, and my job got cut at Hedgesville, and I was low man on the totem pole, as they say, in terms of seniority. So I applied here at Musselman. They had an opening, and I got hired, thankfully.
What made you want to get into teaching to begin with?
Honestly, like I'd always, as I was growing up, kind of veered towards, oh, I think being a teacher would be cool. And then I really didn't decide to be a teacher until the end of my freshman year at college. I went to Shepherd University, and they put a lot of pressure on us to, decide what you want to be, and you want to look at a little bit of everything. So I finally decided to be a teacher at the end of my freshman year. One, I really liked history. So I was like, okay, what can I do where I can talk about history all day? So teaching. So that's how I kind of stumbled into it.
Do you think it's a little bit easier at all to teach a subject that you grew up enjoying, or do you think you would have enjoyed teaching as much if you taught something else like math or science, or not to put those subjects down or anything, but just something that maybe you didn't like as much as history?
Well, I hated math. Numbers are hard. So props to the math teachers and the math people. But I absolutely think so. I've noticed a lot of my teacher friends, a lot of us have a commonality in the sense that we liked school and we liked the subject that we taught when we were in school. And I had always loved history in school and out of school. I can remember my grandma always quizzing me on like West Virginia history facts and things like that. And actually, one of the big people who a lot of you guys may know, who is responsible, one of the individuals responsible for me becoming a teacher is actually Mr. Brown. Something a lot of people don't know is he was actually my teacher when I was in high school. When I went to Hedgesville, he used to work there, and I had him for civics, and we had a blast. He was one of the big reasons that I chose to go into teaching.
So tell us a little bit just about your teaching style and how you get across to the students and how you figured that out.
Lots of trial and error. I think the biggest thing is I try to just be myself. But also I try to create an atmosphere where students feel comfortable coming to talk to me, because that's how I learn about them. And I know that students aren't always, forthcoming and opening to talking. So I just try to create like a easygoing atmosphere in my classroom, but still a hardworking atmosphere in my classroom. Like, we're here, we're all at work. My job as a teacher, their job as a student, and we have to get our things done for the day, but it's fun. It's good to have fun. I also like to do a lot of like simulation-based stuff, kind of applying what we talk about and learn in class to a project or an activity. A lot of you guys who've had me in the past will remember our out-lateral throwing, fun activity, and things like that we've done.
What's your favorite part about teaching?
I always have students randomly ask me, like, Miss Price, who's your favorite? You have to have favorites. And I always tell them the same thing. I'm always like, I like all of you guys because you're all individuals, and I have a favorite thing that I enjoy about each and every one of my students. So honestly, I'd probably say my favorite thing about teaching is just getting to be around so many characters and good people.
If you could change one thing about the teaching profession outside of the pay, because that seems to be the one that everyone talks about. If you could change one thing, maybe inside the classroom.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm rolling in.
Good. If you could change one thing inside the classroom, what do you think that would be? Just as in general.
Whew, that's a toughie. Time. I never seem to have enough time to wrap stuff up or give something more attention. So I would probably change the aspect of time. Also, more time to plan. I would really appreciate more time to just put more effort into my activities and stuff like that.
Last thing, just one bit of advice for the student body.
Don't be afraid to do something that you normally wouldn't do. I think that's something that's helped me out. Like, embrace being uncomfortable, because if you're not uncomfortable, then you're not learning.
Well, thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate it, and we look forward to seeing you around school.
Thanks.